in the evening this time, before sunset, starting out right here at a shrine. We are still in the Suwa Lake area, and this time we're actually down by the lake, and I figured we'd wander around, do a little exploration, but right from the get-go, let's give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't make the best out of this. There's a river that runs along here. And we're gonna go explore some of the backstreets today. This evening is gonna be a nice chill evening walk through some of the back streets of this area. So, good evening everybody from the prefecture of Nagano. Let's start our walk right here. So in case you missed it, I did a live stream earlier today that overlooks Lake Suwako, which is the lake from the movie Kimi no Nawa. Excuse the wind, we just gotta get away from the water here. How bad is the wind right now? Let me know. And that live stream had everything. It was by far one of our most adventurous yet. It started with beautiful views, exploring through the town, and ended up with us exploring the insides of an abandoned love hotel. So if you haven't seen that one yet, I invite you to go check it out after this. I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to Tim for getting things kicked off with a super chat here. It says, for coffee or antibiotics, given where you ended up in the last stream. Yeah, so that last stream ending up in the, like I had seen the abandoned love hotel the night before, and I was like, oh, I gotta go see if I can't explore that. But definitely wasn't expecting to come across it on the stream and explore it then. So Tim, thank you so much for the super chat. To anybody who wasn't able to catch up on the earlier stream or join that, I may not even leave this stream up. This is just for us to hang out and catch up. This stream is just for us right now, here in the moment. So the stream for earlier is the main stream. This is just kind of a chill hangout with TOKYOLENS. This is the kind of stream that I usually would actually do over on the purple platform or on the orange platform with the Patreon crew. But today I figured I just want to share this with everybody because I've actually come out all the way to Suwako for the sole purpose of doing live streams for you guys. And the goal is to make this a more regular occurrence where we travel around Japan together for the sole purpose of doing live streams. So, all right, there we go. So many directions to choose to go. You know what? Up is always the direction we want to go, right? If I learned anything from the last stream, is that if you put it to a vote, everyone chooses up. So keep giving that like button some love. I love when the number of likes exceeds the number of viewers. It's kind of a weird way to put it, but you get the point. Oh boy, these hills are super steep. Does the camera catch it? Like that? I don't know how a car could confidently go up that section right there without rolling back. That kind of feels like the thing that a car would find themselves in a bit of trouble for, but we are gonna go up there and explore. This is very steep even by foot. If you had a really light car and it leaned back, oh man. Oh, this is next to vertical. Does the camera pick it up? This does not, how do they get up here? I'm very interested to see what kind of cars we're gonna see parked up here. Oh boy. So, and as soon as we get up here, we have a view of Suwa Lake right there. So again, spectacular little area. Look at these homes. Oh wow. I half expected there to be a car parked here. Looks like there usually is. This is a trek. This is most certainly a trek. I thought this was gonna be the easier live stream. I was like, okay, this one's just gonna be a nice chill walk through the countryside. And, nope, not in the least. I feel like climbing Mount Fuji isn't even this steep. This is most certainly steeper than when I climbed Mount Fuji for sure. I wish, see, it just doesn't show it. There's no way to show how steep it is. Cornwall. Cornwall as in Ontario, or Cornwall as in the UK. It's kind of frustrating sometimes because so many of the places in my home province of Ontario are named exactly the same as places in the UK. So when people reference them, I don't know which it is. Holy heck, we're almost to the top. Tiny little car park there. Whew. We made it just in time to nearly get squished. There we go. There we are. Oh. And a whole park of cherry blossoms up here. Okay, guys. So just like the first stream, I kind of want to lead this one up to a your own adventure kind of stream. So are we going to go right into the streets of the town, or are we going to make our way left up onto the top of the mountain, potentially, if it's not private area, and check out that space right there? Vote down in the comments, let me know, right or left. Whoo-wee. Wow, it is. All right, that's it. It's every single time if I give a choice between up and something other than up, we always go for up. And I cannot read the name, but I do want to say, it says, I've just watched some of your old videos about the same place, and then I checked my phone with a new notification. Yeah, so earlier this morning, we were actually over on the other side, up on the mountain, somewhere over there. And I drove out last night to get up there, and actually haven't gone to sleep, like haven't gone to bed since. And now there were a lot of people who weren't able to join the first adventure just because of time zones and everything like that. So I figured I would do another little live stream, maybe like, you know, half the length or something of the last one, just as a bit of a hangout so we can explore a different section of the town together, and people in a different time zone who may not have caught the first one, or people who just want more live streams, have the opportunity to be a part. Whew. We're always going up, aren't we? Okay. All right. You can see some town down there, but we all know that the goal is up. Are we sure we're going up? Okay, we're going up. Let's go up, guys. So this month is going to be kind of a trial month. Excuse the wind. How bad is the wind? I don't know how the iPhone's microphone is picking it up, if it's prioritizing my voice or if my voice is being completely overwhelmed by the wind. Let me know. That's good, that's good. It's actually quite windy for me here. So there's one little space here, but I know if I asked you guys to choose between the one that won't kill me and the one that will, we're gonna be going for the one that gets me my exercise today, and we can actually take a peek at the area that we're gonna walk through today. So this is a fun little way to start the stream. And there's a bit of a wow. Tell me that this doesn't just scream laying in a kimono. Oh wow, really? Like, I can imagine myself just laying right there with some sake on a sunny afternoon underneath the cherry blossom trees, relaxing, just completely and utterly. Wow, this doesn't even look real. Oh, wow, this is beautiful. So this out here is a peek at the town that we're about to walk through. And at your guys' request, we're starting up at the top. You guys can get a nice view. We're gonna be walking through and exploring all the streets of this lake town, which, by the way, is a word that I completely made up. I checked. Doesn't look like it's a real word. So, whew. And we are heading up what could only be described. Why do I keep coming across stairs that are shaped like walls lately? Why has this become the... Honestly, if you can show me a YouTube channel that is not dedicated to stairs, that has more stairs in it, I don't know. I'll send you a t-shirt. I can't imagine there being a YouTube channel. So this is supposed to be the representation of the town of Itomori from Your Name. And you can really see it from over there. Woo! The wind. There we go. Oh boy. Oh. So I keep going to say it and then I get really distracted. This month is going to be kind of a test month where I am going to be putting out different live streams from, hopefully from around Japan, as an opportunity for us to explore a bit together. And if this goes well, if this ends up being a viable thing, we may end up doing 1, 2, or even 3 live streams of your guys' choice anywhere in Japan, ranging from, I don't know, Hokkaido to Kyushu and beyond, every single month. Travel the country together until it's possible for you guys to travel on your own, and maybe even beyond that. Ooh, it is windy up here. Now, if the quality starts to dip, you know what? I'm going down a different way. If the quality starts to dip, give it a refresh. It was helping it get through the hard times earlier. Let's head down these stairs over here. Whew. It even sounds windy down there. There we go. So if you are just tuning in now, this is kind of our second live stream of the day. The other one was the main one. We got to see the overlook of the town from Your Name, and we got to explore an abandoned love hotel. Absolute craziness. This is more of a chill hangout, walk through the back streets of a Japanese town. There are a surprising amount of abandoned buildings and places in this town. I love how there's just like a seat here to sit and stare out at the sakura. I probably won't be sitting on these benches for obvious reasons, because whoa. Also, to the mod squad, I'm gonna be focusing on not dying as I go down the hill. So if I miss any super chats or anything at all, please just let me know, ping me, all of that, and I will pay attention. But these roads are so steep that I just feel like I'm gonna slip down, and this will be the live stream where it all ends. So these are the streets that we're going to be exploring here. I want to show you what one of the Japanese elementary schools in this area looks like. It's probably one of the most classic elementary schools I've ever seen, and that includes the elementary school that was resided in by that gentleman out in Shikoku. And we might find an abandoned thing or two along the way. So, all right, gonna have to squeeze past this vehicle here, like this here. What were you, Corpo Marumasu? I really wonder what it was. What it is now is most certainly abandoned. Yeah, so for anybody asking, thank you, Tim. It is currently 4:46 in Japan, and that Lake Suwa out in the prefecture of Nagano, and that's a giant crow. We're not going to be entering into the elementary school. It is still an active, in-use elementary school, so we won't be going in there or breaking in or anything. I want to show you guys what it's like, what it looked like, all of that. It is just a pretty steady wind coming off of the lake there. So hopefully it's not messing with our audio too terribly. You guys say it seems to be fine so far. If you're just joining now, I love to gamify the like button and see if we can't just get it continually climbing higher and higher. So if you haven't already, give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't get it to spike from 200 to 300 in the next minute or so. Go, 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 go. It's just me having some fun as I'm taking a walk. So I've got somebody asking why the number of abandoned buildings, and there's a couple different reasons. And as we walk through these streets, I'll talk a little bit about the abandoned buildings situation in Japan. So in the 80s, Japan went through a huge economic bubble. And one of the things that you do in an economic bubble to create expenses so you can reduce your taxable income while creating revenue sources is you build real estate. Now, there was so much money flying around in the 80s that the real estate boom became huge, and there was a ton of stuff built, just non-stop, just stuff getting built. But then when things started to recede, these built up places weren't really getting used. And you see, in Japan, tearing a building down, a building in Japan only has a shelf life of something like 30 years. Unlike North America, where your building and your land will continually increase in value, in Japan, your land may increase in value. But from the moment you build your building, it slowly decreases in value over time. And so what happens is that after 30 to 40 years, there's actually a time, depending on the building code and when things were built and how they were built. We're gonna head down this way. Depending on when, how, and all that things were built, they have a shelf life and they eventually need to be taken down. Well, when they can't afford to take the building down, more often than not, the building just ends up being completely abandoned. Now you'll see this a lot with cars in other countries, people who, maybe they default on their loan or something like that, they skip the country. or they just can't afford to pay a junker's fee, so they dump the car somewhere, take off the plates, pull off the VIN number, all of that stuff. And it's kind of a similar thing here in Japan, except a lot of people ended up going bankrupt, losing all their money, and instead of like just closing everything up, they just disappeared and abandoned their buildings. So Japan is filled with abandoned buildings. Now this, albeit, is a very, very simplified version of a much larger, much larger story. But for what I can accurately describe here in a live stream, that is why Japan has so many abandoned buildings pretty much everywhere you go. I think Yamanashi has the greatest population in Japan of abandoned buildings and structures. Earlier, my little brother Alexander was able to jump in the stream, and him and I came across an abandoned bowling alley years ago. And I'm pretty sure you wouldn't even be able to get into that now. And Flash Fire in here with a super chat. Thank you very much for this one. These ones mean a lot to me. I love these streams. Thank you for your content. Honestly, thank you so much for being a part of it. Thank you for the super chat. And hey, Jermaine Full in there with a $5 stamp. Thank you so much for that. If you guys were in the earlier stream, you'll know that like I'm not even making videos out here today. I have come out here for the sole purpose of just doing streams for you guys. And again, as I mentioned earlier, something we're going to be doing fairly regularly. Also, if you're just joining in, let's see if we can't get that like button count to hit over 300 in the next minute or so. We're going to come down here. We're going to turn right. I saw a little bit of a mountain thing up here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to get up to from where I am. But I definitely want to show you one of the coolest, oldest shogakko. I think it's a shogakko, maybe it was a chugakko, elementary school or middle schools I've seen here in Japan. So it's kind of interesting when you get one good question that can spark an entire section of a live stream. And the abandoned building side of thing is something that I have always been really interested in. And if you guys take a look at like the original Unnamed Adventure, all of that was originally going to be abandoned buildings, but I needed to learn the legalities of when it's okay to go in and when it's not, and what's safe and what isn't. And it was way too early for me. So the Unnamed Adventure was originally going to be called the Abandoned Adventure, and that kind of got abandoned and changed. So, and I saw another super chat in there from Edo Van Diest. Hey, TOKYOLENS. Love the live show. Greetings from the Netherlands. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Always enjoy having you here. So right now, you'll notice that a lot of the houses around here do kind of their own little farming. As we got over to the other side, most of the houses actually had their own cherry blossom trees, but farming and gardening seems to be a pretty big part of the lifestyle here. Also, I will say that I truly love the people out here. I've been greeting and chatting with people all day, and there's not a single person I have greeted who hasn't greeted back with a huge smile. So, and Rizal Repin, I hope I'm saying that right, says, great stream. Here's something for your break later. How far is this from Nagano City? I don't know. I will take a look at it on a map in a second and I'll show you. It's not actually that far. We're still in Nagano Prefecture, but let's see if we can't pull it up on a map itself and see where Nagano City is. And I see another super chat in there. Don't want to miss that, so give me just a second. I'm just trying to pull up Nagano City on a map here. Matsumoto Azumino, Nagano. Okay. So directions. It is about 2 hours and 41 minutes from here to Nagano itself. It's about the same, I'd say roughly 3 hours in here from Tokyo. And either way, it's about, if you take a train, I actually don't know, I'm guessing probably 5,000 to 6,000 yen. If you take a car, you are looking at about 6,000 yen one way for the highway fee. And Gary, how's it going, Gary? Hi, Norm, back again, learning so much about Japan from you. Cheers. Thanks so much. Look at this. Look at that. I know where we're going, but I'm still curious. We're doing it. Forget it. I can't not do it. I can't find it. It's me. I can't find a tiny alley and not go up the tiny alley. It's just not in my nature. I've literally been late for stuff just because I found tiny alleys. Oh, I love this. There we go. But every tiny alley is so steep. So it's not super expensive to come out here. But if you're doing travel on a budget, I find it easier to come out here by car, honestly. It gives you the flexibility to move around really easily. So if you have a driver's license and you can convert it to an international license and rent a car in Japan, I always highly recommend that. Okay, well that's clearly just a pathway up to someone's house. So as tempted as I am, no. Konnichiwa, Romu-san, Nihongo flex. Nicely done. Konnichiwa, back at ya. So let me tell you guys, actually that super chat has inspired me to tell a little bit of a story. So when I first started learning how to speak and communicate in Japanese, one of the things that I often did was I would drop my Japanese friends messages on, like, at that time we all use like chat programs like MSN and whatnot. Man, that feels like so long ago, but anyway. And oh, got a tiny car coming down here. And I would always say, like, hey, does anyone have anybody that I can practice my Japanese with? Because I had been practicing my reading and writing for hiragana and everything like that, but I wasn't super confident with like having a full-on chat in Japanese. And so at that time, there was no like Google Translate or anything like that. And so I would have friends, like I literally had friends put their like mom on chat, and I would like sit there chatting with my friends' moms and stuff in all hiragana, which now, knowing Japanese as well as I do, must have been incredibly hard on them. Chatting in all hiragana is no easy feat. And look at this. I love these winding little like Japanese roads, don't you? Aren't these just like the best things ever? Interesting. I wonder if this is still being lived in or if it's abandoned. And we are gonna make our way down to the lakeside. I wanna get through the back streets during the beginning of this, kind of get a feel for the area. And right now, the wind at the lake is just indescribable. How much does this mess with your eyes? Whew. And another super chat in there that I don't want to miss. Mikey says, hi Norm, just wanted to thank you for all the hard work you do, and I hope I get to visit Japan someday once things return to normal. I hope you do as well. In the earlier stream, I was actually talking about how one of the things I'm really looking forward to when everybody comes back is getting back into doing TOKYOLENS meetups and TOKYOLENS events and all the little stuff that I had planned that got delayed. I'll tell you this much though, I'm lost. I'll say this much. Once the borders do open up as like a celebration, I have a few really big things in store for us. So hold tight. The school's over there. I want to get over there. And Joshua, Nell, how's it going, man? Oh, Josh, I feel like we haven't talked in a hot minute. Like, that's where I want to be. I just don't want to go all the way through there. And Joshua is, hey Norm, just wanted to say hi. Glad I made it to the live stream. So glad I could see Japan this way. Well, I cannot visit yet. And I think I say this every single time, and I'm happy to say it every time. For as long as things are like this, I will continue to try to be another set of eyes. There are so many great options for people who are sharing Japan. I'm too curious. I can't not go down alleys, guys. I'm sorry. I can't. All right, and Jesse says, aloha from Hawaii. Aloha and hello. Can't wait to visit Japan again. So until then, I will live and walk vicariously through your stream. Well, thank you. And I'm kind of loving this, but look how new this house is in comparison to everything else. Thank you so much for these super chats, guys. They honestly mean the world. Dan, appreciate your energy and enthusiasm. Oh. Enthusiasm to let us virtually tour around with you. Sorry, I keep stopping in the middle. There's actually, I don't know if you guys can see it in the stream. There is actually a lot of bugs around here. They are swarming. It's wildly distracting because I keep getting bugs in the face and in the ear and in the ear. That was a bug in the ear. Okay, let's try and loop around this way so I can show you guys the other side of the school. Yes, this here is a Japanese school and it looks quite incredible from the other side. So I wanted to loop around to the other side and give you guys a peek because I think it's a really gorgeous school. It's got one of the more classic looks of the schools that I've seen here in Japan, and it's definitely something I want to be able to share. So we're gonna loop around here and do that. The one thing that I'm grateful for, honestly, is the team of other creators that everyone is just putting so much in right now and is having so much fun doing it. Honestly, everyone that I know who is creating content here in Japan is putting their full heart into it in their own way. We're like coordinating where we can. We're kind of teaming up. We're like, okay, well, I'll go do this, you go do this, and this, that, the next thing. That way we can keep all bases covered, each one focusing and doing it kind of in our own way. And that way there's a non-stop flow of Japan coming to you guys during times like this. And that's kind of a big deal to me because when I was in Canada and couldn't be in Japan, like, oh man, at that time, I don't know. I used to go to the bookstore and buy as many Japan books as I could because YouTube and Japan vloggers weren't a big thing. They kind of were a thing, but there was one Japan vlogger I knew, and that was my friend, Charla. So, and Pedro. Hey Pedro, says, loving the stream. Tiny streets and hills remind me of the Ghibli movie from Up on Poppy Hill. Have a great weekend, Norm. Explore always. Thanks so much, Pedro. Really appreciate that. Little bit of a secret. Explore the Up on Poppy Hill is one Ghibli film I have not yet seen. You gotta have some you haven't seen, right? And PB in here with a little bit of a being a little punny, saying, how's everything with you? Is everything normal? Just normal as can be expected, I suppose. Thanks so much. Yeah, I'm just getting out here and trying to share as many areas with you guys as I can. So the backside of the school looks pretty normal. What I'm looking forward to showing you guys is actually the other side of the school. So let's head down there. And I love it. Hey, I want 1080p. Okay, I'll tell you, you figure out a way for me to do 1080p on the iPhone live stream, and I will do that for you, okay? Awesome, thank you. Once you figured it out, go ahead, send me a DM, and we'll do it. We'll do it. Okay. And Margarita, thank you so much, Margarita. Wow. For more food, candy, unicorns, LOL. Thank you for the second live stream. Work the sweet purple pants. Fellow Discord member found them in pink. No way. No way. Okay. You guys got to share the link with me on Discord. Even if you DM me with it directly, I really want to find the pants in pink. Because I got them in purple right now to match the Explore Always sweater. But I definitely want to get them in pink. Is this even the right school? It's gotta be. I don't even think this is the right school. How far did I drive? That's still a pretty old looking school though. But there was definitely another school that was much older looking. So we continue on into the city we go. And David Lee, thank you so much. Be careful. That crow is following you. I wouldn't be surprised in the least. They like to do that. If you're just joining the stream now, I would love to see the number of likes hit the number of viewers. So give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't spike it up to closer to 500 or above within the next minute or so. Let's have some fun with this. Let's gamify the numbers. Now, the one thing that I was avoiding with the Lakeside walk here is also the traffic and the cars and everything. How is the audio holding up so far? Let me know down in the comments. Yeah, that is not even the same school. How far did I drive? I feel like I drove so much further than I thought. I am really curious as to where the... Wow. Whew. And Pedro left says, gonna have to ask Alexander to sit you down and watch from up on Poppy Hill. Yeah, actually, my little brother Alexander is a huge part of the reason that we've even got this live stream going right now. So thank you, Alexander, if you ever see this. And yeah, I guess it's gonna be one of the first things I do when I get back to Tokyo. And Sweet Archangel says, just tagged you in the pants post. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So with wind and everything being what it is, I am going to leave the decision up to you. Are we gonna go right and head back into the backstreets and explore some of the more backstreet areas around here? Or are we gonna go left and walk around the lake and walk back that way? Right for the city or left to the water? I killed the gimbal again, guys. Oh. I quite literally just disconnected the phone from the gimbal this time, so. Thankfully, it's all magnetic. There we go. Woo! All right, I gotta go back and get those. Charles Murphy, thank you for the stamp. And Voila H, thank you so much for the good job stamp. All right. Left. It looks like left is winning. I think left won. Hi, Sachi. I think left won, guys. I think left and the lake route won, but we're gonna have to play Frogger in order to do it, because there's no easy way to do this. And the cars, they do not stop coming. So, big old game of Frogger here. You're watching it live. Question is, will we make it? Actually, there's an overhead walkway over there and I had to use it because the cars is just non-stop on this road. Just absolutely non-stop. Vilma with the £5 stamp there. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, there might be a hole on this side. Not on this side though. Dang it. And Kimori says for coffee. Thank you. Let's hope we get a hole on this side. Okay, after this white van here, I think I can make it if nothing comes on this side. Oh boy. The stress, the adventure. I'm sorry, I'm Canadian, I'm sorry. There we go. We're across. It's a lot easier than, it's always a lot easier than you expect. There you go. It's not a crime if you don't get caught or squished. There we go. So it feels like the wind has calmed down just a little bit so we can walk along the lake here for a while. A nice lake walk. Whew. There we are. You got some cherry blossoms down here. You know, the last time we had a chance to walk along a lake together was when I did a live stream early in the morning from Beppu before hanging out with Dogen for the day. I think we're gonna have to go back and visit Dogen. If I'll tell you what, if going back and hanging out with Dogen is a thing that you think we should be doing, tag me and Dogen on Twitter. Let us know. Let's have a good time with it. And Nosh abroad for great justice. Great justice. At first I thought it was like grapefruit juice, and I was like, ooh, I like grapefruit juice. I was like literally gonna go out and get grapefruit juice after this stream because I saw that. And then I saw great justice. That answers how does a Canadian cross the road? Yes, it does. I'm super curious about that. Okay, has anybody else seen the movie Waterworld? Because I'm pretty sure this is how it starts. Oh, and I tripped over a stump. I'm pretty sure that is what starts Waterworld. To play the Frogger game. Yay. Like everything is just little huts on little floated barges. It's incredibly Waterworld, and they're everywhere. Guys, we've done it. We've stepped into Waterworld. So on the first couple days, I was admittedly, there's the word, English norm, struggling with the usage of this new gimbal. I'm using the DJI OM4. It's not sponsored. It's just me complaining about how I don't know how to use things. And now I actually kind of love it because I'm using an old iPhone 8 to stream this because Genius Norm here decided to go out for a streaming adventure, a pure streaming adventure for only streaming, and forgot to bring his Wi-Fi. Seriously, didn't we just talk about this? Norm, English, Wi-Fi. Norm forgot to bring his Wi-Fi on the streaming adventure. So we're doing this all on data. So I guess we'll find out how that plays out when I get home. But because my small phone has very limited data, but it's small and light, I had to use my big phone. So I'm using an iPhone 8. The battery dies super fast, and the Osmo can actually charge it as we go. And that's super helpful. And the motors are strong enough to handle the weight. And Rusty Raj, back for another stream. and I'm just about to publish the video I made on my Insta360 One X2 that I was editing while watching the last stream. Wow, that's been working on that a while. Yeah, if you're just joining in now and you didn't get to catch the live streams earlier, we ended up in an abandoned love hotel. We got a view of the town, overlooking the town from Your Name. And now we're looking at barges floating in the water from Waterworld. I think somebody tweeted me over on Twitter and said the stream went from Your Name to Ghibli to Silent Hill to Resident Evil or something like that. And I really enjoyed it. It was either a tweet or a comment. And SEK in there with a bit of a super chat. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. I almost went that way, and I'm glad I didn't, because now I realize it's fenced and probably shouldn't have gone that way. So there we go. We're staying out of trouble. Staying out of Waterworld is what we're doing. Oh, so much walking today. I'm actually semi-curious. Really the only, okay, it's not that much. Today we have walked almost 14 kilometers. That's actually really not bad. That used to just be like an average day or an average video shoot. So I guess it just, with all the hills and the steepness, it feels like we've walked more than we have. Okay. SEK was the currency. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. I don't know where I would be without Tim on these streams, honestly. This morning's stream was kind of surreal. Honestly, it felt that way to me too. We decided to, very similar to this stream, just do it as a choose your own adventure kind of thing. And whatever you guys choose, I follow it. And I really like that format. That is the ideal format, honestly, for these streams. And I want to keep it up, so. And Samantha Buggy in there with a super chat saying, thank you for all your hard work. Well, Samantha, thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I am really glad that I'm in a position where I'm able to share all this with you guys. If you're new to the channel and you don't really know, up until about maybe 4 years ago, I just worked a corporate job here in Japan that I wasn't particularly good at, didn't like, always had me in a bad mood, and decided to take the leap because what I did enjoy doing was telling stories, creating content, capturing stuff. And one of the big goals was to be able to make documentaries. I really wanted to capture that deeper content and share it. But it's time consuming, it's a little scary. You really gotta you gotta put in the effort. And I struggled with it at the beginning. So I used blogs and vlogs and all that stuff to build up my time. And I'm glad that I did, because now here we are during a time where sharing can actually be something that gives you a window into a world that you really want to be in. So I'm very aware, I guess what I'm trying to say, that I'm very aware of how can I put this? I want to share a comment that I got with you guys. A comment that I got, so Chris Broad and I, from abroad in Japan, did a video a while back where at the end of the video, him and I took like a walk through a snowy area. And during that video, Chris had talked about how, usually you go home once every year or once every 2 years or something like that, and it really helps you gain perspective. Having that little bit of time away from Japan helps you miss Japan, and then you get to come back with a fresh set of eyes. You get to see it kind of similarly to the way someone outside of Japan would see it, because you miss it when you're gone. Like if you've been to Japan, you know exactly what I mean. when you are not in Japan, you miss it. And for somebody who lives here, it's exactly the same. Well, you see, when he mentioned that, someone in the comments section was like, you know, I take great offense to this. Like, I would give anything to be in Japan right now. And here you are complaining that you're in Japan. And well, obviously, I think we all know that Chris didn't mean it that way. But actually, that comment just lives in my head rent-free permanently, because it's kind of a testament to gratitude for me. I genuinely do feel fortunate, and I've thought about it a lot. That comment is one of the things that gave birth to this new live stream adventure where we travel across the country just to do live streams. And I started asking myself, like, okay, sure, yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm grateful to be here, but am I really making the best of it? Is there more that I could do that I'm not doing right now? And honestly, aside from producing more content, creating more adventures, helping my friends create their adventures and everything in between, just producing more and interacting with you guys more was a big part of it. So yeah, I at the time was severely irritated by that comment, because I was like, hey, come on, obviously he doesn't mean that. But obviously he just means that gaining perspective is a very important thing. But that comment actually became this huge motivation and everything for me to learn and explore and do more. And I really wish I could fit through that. I really, really, really wish I could. Damn it. No, I can't. I shouldn't try. I really want to fit through the tiny tunnel, but so I'm not going to go for it, because I know I'm either going to get stuck or injured or both. So get some Vaseline and go for it. I'm like, the first thing, you can tell that you're like a full grown adult when someone says that, and the first thing you think is, oh, it's going to ruin my coat. And Chan in here says, where there's a will, there's a way. Go in the hole. Am I going back? So, are we doing it? Seems like a fun little park. Oh man, they used to have this exact same one in Tokyo, I think in Ueno Park. Like literally the same one. I love that. Like, it just looks like such a fun little thing. I just don't think there's any way in this world that I am going to fit in it. Like, it's so, like, there's no way. I already wanted to do it, so oh, my knees hurt. We did it. We went in the hole. Admittedly, going up the ladder is easier than going down the ladder, so yeah, there we go. Whew. If it fits, I sits. Chan, like I said, where there's a will. Fair enough, Chan. You called it, and you were right. Where there's a will, there's most certainly a way. Thank you so much. We have another good boy over here. Konnichiwa. Honestly, everyone greets with a smile here. Everyone greets with a smile. I don't know how many times I need to say that, but everyone here greets with a smile. I kind of feel like if you were looking to make friends, this would be the place. That's where we started out, actually. We climbed all the way up that, so that was no small feat. Whew. I'm still feeling it in the knees from that little tunnel, but it was totally worth it. I just feel good that I went through it. It's one of those things that, like, honestly, had I not gone through it on the stream, I guarantee you I would have come back and gone through it after the stream. Margarita with the super chat for the Bravo. Thank you very much. Some more good boys here. Not really like a beach space, but so earlier when I was driving through the area, I was looking for a nice space to explore. If you're interested in this area, by the way, I want to give a huge shout out to Pete from Pete's Wandering Life over on Twitter, who gave me the idea to actually come down to this very spot right here and do a little exploration. He commented in the first live stream, and then he was kind enough to drop it to me in a DM afterwards. He actually lives out here in the Suwa area and hooked me up with everything. So here's something I'm curious about. I'm gonna try to keep it kind of small on the screen, but you can, off to the side here, see a little one on a unicycle. Now, being from Canada, we don't really do a lot of unicycle-esque stuff. In fact, I don't think I've ever been on a unicycle in my life. But in Japan, unicycle culture is big. Like, everybody, for the most part, not everyone, almost everyone, has ridden a unicycle at some point in their life. It's like the way, I guess in Canada, we play the parachute game where everyone stands in a circle with the parachute and they go blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they put a ball on top, sometimes they run under. The unicycle kind of seems to have that feel, and there are just people all over the place in Japan sometimes with unicycles. And the more you go into the countryside, the more of the unicycle culture you get to feel, I feel anyway. You sometimes see it in Tokyo, but you see it out in the open a lot more often in the countryside. How about your country? Is there a unicycle culture or no? Let me know. It is just a personal curiosity of mine. That is it. Gonna walk out this way. Train engine. A lot of not where I lives. Okay, parachute here too. I always enjoyed the parachute stuff. You know what? I kind of want to walk along this dam. Because damn. Terrible joke. We don't need to be friends anymore. That's fine, I understand. I crossed the line with that joke. And, you know, actions have consequences. Did that say Plymouth? Yes, it did. This guy's got 2 unicycles going. God, Norm, what is with the bad jokes today? Give it a break. Just enjoy the dam. For those of you jumping in saying I thought it was funny, I appreciate you, and you having a bad of sense of humor as I do. Beautiful water here, running out of the lake. Woo. So it seems like this lake is probably fed, excuse the wind, from the snow that comes off the mountains. A lot of the mountain paths are still closed up because of snow. I mentioned in the first live stream that this area doesn't really have the financial budget to be able to like maintain the roads in the winter. So the more dangerous mountain paths, rather than maintaining them, they just shut them off So there are entire areas of this that are inaccessible until at least May. So we could totally come back and explore stuff that I would not be able to show you right now. And a £5 super chat in there from James. James, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Also, again, I'm still just so happy to walk along the sakura trees after not being able to really explore them as much as I wanted in Tokyo. Got kind of busy this year. So there we go. So, really interesting. So they've got a challenge, a 16-kilometer walking and jogging challenge. That almost might have been worth it. Wow, English is not my strong suit today. That sounds like something that we could do. I've been talking for the longest time saying that we have to do like a multi-hour live stream. In the comments right now, what do you think of the idea of a 5 or more hour live stream here on TOKYOLENS at some point? Maybe walk from one side of Tokyo to the other side of Tokyo on a single live stream. What do you think? I think it'd be a nice marathon day. This is 4-kilometer sections equaling up to the Kamaguchi sluice. Is that a word? Can somebody look that up for me? Sluice. I don't think I've ever seen that word. So, and if you do the one, then you consume, your body burns about as much energy as one rice ball. And I love how they need to then break it down to 8 kilometers is 2 rice balls, 12 kilometers is 3, 16 is 4. I guess they really liked their rice ball example and they were like, we're just gonna lean into it. We're gonna go for it. We've decided to dedicate ourselves to this rice ball example, and we're just gonna lean into that. So, Said is saying 5-hour stream. Let's go. I like the idea. I honestly think it'd be a good idea to do it before summer hits so that I'm not walking in 36 degrees Celsius temperature, which in case you use Fahrenheit, that's somewhere around 4 million Fahrenheit. So, and Chan is sluice is a Watergate. FYI, there are a couple unagi restaurants behind you and Shinto shrine in front of you. Well, thank you very, very much. I wonder how far that Shinto shrine is in front of us as we walk here along the lake. Started to get a little cold. I was actually thinking of camping out in the area tonight. I brought all my camping gear that I would need to do so. And so, rather than driving back to Tokyo, there is a shrine right over here. So rather than driving back to Tokyo tonight, which was the original plan, I think I might get some shut-eye up in the mountains by setting up a camp and then, that was loud, and head back to Tokyo first thing tomorrow morning, keeping in mind that it is Saturday right now, so if I wait too long, then heading back to Tokyo is gonna get me stuck in traffic and take forever. And remember how I talked about with the hitting the like button and everything? I love to gamify stuff. So heading back to Tokyo, I get to listen to more podcasts as I drive, so I don't mind a longer drive. But what I do mind, oh my Lord, we're gonna talk about this in a second. What I do mind is that it messes up my fuel efficiency score and ruins that for me. So, yeah. Look at this. Okay, so if this wasn't so close to a road, I'm telling you right now, I would be flying my FPV drone all around here. I brought this tiny little FPV whoop. It's about this big. It can fit through everything. And when we did the abandoned love hotel in the last live stream from this morning, which if you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out after this. That was bonkers. Afterwards, I decided to go back with the FPV drone in full analog mode, and it's super creepy having this thing like flying through the Love Hotel on the inside. For the Patreon crew, I'm going to be posting that for you guys probably a day or so after I get back to Tokyo, so hold tight. Joe Griffiths says, loving the stream. Miss Japan loads. Hopefully tourism can start in the near future when things are safe. Yeah. When things are safe. Mind you, I think a lot of... It's so interesting to see how different things are country to country, but luckily the majority of people around me that I know are safe. I hope the same goes for you. Stay healthy, keep our hands clean, and keep positive thoughts going. Sachi, thanks so much. This is a nice little shrine we found. I like this. 5-hour stream is a good idea, Norm, as long as you can keep up. Quite honestly, I think that I can do it as long as I have something to drink, kind of marathon that stream. As long as I carry enough batteries with me to keep everything charged, I don't see it being that big of an issue. And as long as I don't get run over on this road. So there's a lot of as long as is, but I think we can make it work. Why? It's like the tiniest town, and the roads are all so busy all the time. Okay, so a little behind the scenes of Norm's life. So there's one of the things that I love doing when I come out to these places. When I come out to like a small town in the middle of nowhere that I've never been to, usually they have really good secondhand shops or recycle shops. And I absolutely love hitting up the recycle shops. So I think before I go camping tonight, we're probably gonna find ourselves a recycle shop and see, well, not like on the stream. I'm gonna go find myself. I still have that attached. I did not realize I still have that attached. We're gonna slip that into the pocket. I will. I dropped the Insta360 Go 2 pretty hard about twice today, and it's still holding up, so it's in a resilient, norm-proof little camera. I was kind of hoping for more blue skies. It was supposed to be blue skies until about 7 or 8 p.m. We are only looking at 5:30 right now, so. And Misato, hi. I will address that one on Tim's behalf. The Discord and the secret Instagram and all of those things are every tier except for the base tier. The base tier is basically just like a hello tier, which actually gives access to 20, 30, 40 and non-stop secret podcasts. But for the Discord and everything else, that is the second tier and above. Thank you for asking. Good morning from England. Well, hello, hello. And doing some lake fishing here. So growing up, I spent a lot of time with my grandfather, who lived quite literally on a lake. There was like, his house would be like there, and then there would be the lake. And so I got that lake life growing up and was raised with fishing and everything. And shortly before starting TOKYOLENS, my grandfather passed on. And so now, every time I come to a place like this, and I see people fishing, it puts a smile on my face and brings back good memories. So Malobad says, I miss Japan terribly. Thanks for the live streams and videos, Norm. At least I get to see and experience Japan through these. Thanks again. Stay safe always. Thank you very much for the super chat. It enables me to travel more and do more of these. So every little one helps. Thank you. I appreciate it. So according to Google, there's a secondhand store called Second Street. Thank you, Tom. Let's head back this way because I'm curious about this area over here. If you're new and you haven't yet, I love to gamify things, so give that like button some love, and let's see if we can't push it from 665 all the way up to 700 in the next minute to 2 minutes. I know you guys can do it. I have absolute, undying faith in you. And look at those trees. We are slowly starting to lose light here. Yeah, I was hoping to have clear skies tonight so I'd be able to go out and do some astrophotography over the city and get some of those real, like, your name style shots. I posted a photo over on Instagram and Twitter, but that was quite literally just shot on an iPhone. So I'm glad everybody enjoyed it as much as they did. And Tim is telling me that Dogen seems to like the suggestion. So guys, I guess we're gonna have to visit Dogen sooner than later. Thank you very much for getting out your tweet power, tweeting us both. You already know my answer. And Laura in here saying for food and coffee, which I guarantee you I'll be doing right after this. These live streams today have been wonderful. Thank you so much for them. Thank you so much for being a part of it. Also, if you guys don't know, Laura is an incredible artist and runs, you know, it's all over on Instagram and Twitter. Like, go check it out. Go check it out. Oh, look at this. Just love the area. Wow, that was a loud thing for no reason. Okay, so there's the unagi shop. All right, you really get up to the top there too. I think we made it all the way up. I'm pretty sure we did. And Aditya, I hope I'm saying that right, says, hello from India. Your videos are really great. Some places where I can apply for a software developer as a fresher in Japan. I've never applied for a software development job. Also, sorry, about Laura's stuff, I was just like, go check out Laura. It's Hello Moon Creative. That's what you want to look for. Hello Moon Creative. So regarding software development jobs in Japan, I know that they are quite abundant. In fact, the majority of the people I know who have successful and happy jobs here in Japan work in software development. I know that everything from Indeed to Rakuten and everything in between have software positions that are available. But I wouldn't be able to specifically tell you where to apply. All I know is that if you're a software developer and you got coding skills, Japan is a good place to be because the jobs are there. I see a question in there that just kind of makes me smile, so I want to answer that one. And that is favorite vending machine drink. Whenever I can, I go for Deca Vita C. I just love the flavor of it. It's terrifying. There we go. Terrifying. It's terrifyingly yellow, but otherwise, it is spectacular in every way. Got a nice red bridge up here, and you know, like I see a nice red bridge. I'm just heading right for it. There's another thing that I'm looking at that I don't know if I have the physical energy left in my body to do today. Can anybody else see the shrine up there? Yep. Oops. How do I zoom back out? Here we go. Oh, wouldn't let me zoom back out. I got very stuck there for a second. And Don Freeman in there with a $4.99 super chat. Don, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Look at the cherry blossoms up on the hill though. Ugh. I wish the sun was out so we had like beautiful, bright, vibrant colors and we just see everything bouncing around. These are going to be opening up pretty soon. I've been looking at that giant flight of stairs with that Tori gate, just silently contemplating whether or not I'm gonna do it. And I should gotta get across here and slip into this space. Oh, that was a spider web. I guess I'm the only person who's ever walked through there. There we go. Along the river. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that is a lot of stairs. That is a crazy amount of stairs. But I feel like I would regret not doing it, right? Like, if you guys are up for some of the heaviest breathing you've ever heard on a YouTube live stream. Greg Gross says, very cool live stream. Like Street View on Google Maps, only much more fun. And you've built a global community that's as fun as the stream. Thank you so much, honestly. Complimenting the community or complimenting the music choices that I put in for the videos are two things that I actually really, really care about. So it means the world to me that you would say that. Thank you. And up that hill is the Hanaoka Castle Ruins. Oh, damn it. You tell me it's castle ruins and now I have to go up there. Okay, well, that's pretty much decided, isn't it? Yeah, Fushimi Inari is like gradual steps. This is like a wall of steps. Okay, we're doing this again. Wow, they stopped for me. Whew. Just bowed like 8 times. This is the direction we just came from. So Fushimi Inari is like gradual steps like this. This is more like this. I don't even know. I hope you'll be able to see this. Can you see this? That's just a wall. Okay. Honestly, I'm not kidding. If you can find any YouTuber whose channel isn't devoted to stairs, who's done more stairs in their YouTube content than me, then I will send you a free Explore Always TOKYOLENS shirt. All right, we're going for it. The thing is, like, they're angled too. They're not even made properly. Like, these are like on a weird angle, so like your foot goes in. This is... Okay, guys. Well, let's just hope we don't die. I'm holding onto the rope onto the side because it's just like, see, it's not even, you just fall down. That's what I mean. Like, that's behind me. That's like, I'd say 45-degree angle now. It's not even 45. That's just down. You would just fall down. Whew. But when you tell me that there are castle ruins at the top of a staircase, it just feels like an adventure. And what is TOKYOLENS without the adventure? And Amanda in there helping the climb with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And Vitalius, RIP Norm, he died rock climbing. A wall cosplaying as a staircase. That actually sounds like a pretty accurate, like, look at this, okay. Ah, that's my face. We don't need that. Look at that. Does that help gain any? You can't. There we go. That gives you a bit of perspective on how steep those are. So if you didn't have vertigo before, all right, we're about a third of the way. So let's keep going. Not a single stair is in proper condition either. Or big enough to fit a human foot is the word I was going for. Fit a human foot, fit a human foot, fit a human foot. Okay, it's not, that's hard. Oh God. Okay, we're about 2/3 of the way up. Oh, thank goodness for the ropes. Whew. Oh man. Oh, cool, Torii Gates. Oh, I'm already so happy I did this. My first time in Japan was 2007. No, 2005. I moved here in 2007. It's been 16 years since I first set foot in Japan. And there are just certain things that are still as exciting every single time. Oh, wow. Okay, those birds don't seem happy I'm here. Here we go, guys. We did it, and we didn't die. Amazingly, we didn't die. This is why I travel alone now. Because I will do all the stairs in the world happily. But check this out. Look at this. Oh. Guys, how I want to come back. Look at this area. Look at that. You know what? We're gonna grab ourselves a photo just because I really like it. Boom. Punch it in a bit. Boom. Get one in Tate. Boom. Absolutely loving this area. She just shines. She's beautiful. She's everything you want her to be. Whew. Oh, wow, guys. Thank you so much for the super chats. Mobile Pros is in there with a $5 one. And Rizal Rapin is in there with SGD 20. Thank you so much. I think we're going to go through. And Voila is in there as well. Thank you so much for this, guys. I really appreciate it. James is in there. 5 pounds. Coffee time. Absolutely. The only difficulty that I'm having with these here, though, is this. So we gotta try not to hit our head on each one. And they get progressively lower, too. Did I say voila? Viola. I said voila. I just read that backwards. I hope I haven't been doing that the entire time. I feel like I haven't. Oh, huge spider web in that one. Oh. Time to limbo. How low can you go? Da, 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 da. Can you go as low as my soul? Da, 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 da. So, and Winnie the Pooh, I love it. I don't know why I always say it with like a Jamaican accent, but I feel like it's necessary. So, Winnie the Pooh, thank you. Otsukaresama deshita. Thank you for taking us on this tour. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you being here. So, when we were up in those mountains during this morning stream, this was the bridge that I saw that I absolutely love from a distance. These look like they were trying to make like dandan batake, like multi-tiered fields, but instead they just have this and it looks really nice. My guess is that the castle ruins site is actually going to be up above there, so our climb is not yet finished. So here we go back for more climbing. But I want to get one more picture here because I just think this spot is just beautiful. Like, look at this. Look at that. There we go. You know what? We'll get one wide as well. Lower that a little bit there. Get one super wide. Get right in there. Get the trees, all of that. There we go. Love it. Love it. During the first stream, there were so many places that I was like, I should have stopped and take photos there. I was like, you know what? If I do a second stream later, I'm gonna trip and fall and break my face, but I'm also gonna take lots of pictures. See, this one I don't have to worry about hitting my head on. This one is giddy. Look at this. I love the wood that this is made out of. You can't tell me that there isn't a beautiful, beautiful charm. And then like this one here. This is the Iron Man of Torii Gates. Look at that. You remember the original Iron Man? The one they built it in the cave? There we go. There we go. Spiders in my hair again. All right. So I guess this is our pathway up, and you cannot tell me that little pathway there just looks like adventure. You cannot tell me that pathway does not look like pure adventure. Here we go. We're doing it. We're going up, up, up. Now, I personally actually prefer stairs to slopes, but you know, we work with what we've got. Slopes, you tend to slip or slide down. Again, I didn't come in exactly the best shoes for all of this, but we'll make it work. Oh, look at that. This, honestly, I cannot recommend this place enough. Usually I go through and I do all the exploration in a video, and then I've got to cut a lot of it out, which is one of the reasons, especially in the summer months, I want to be able to use the videos to tell certain stories, and I want to be able to use live streams to really introduce a place. So, whew. We're getting pretty high up. That's the bridge we were on down there. 90% of it was just stairs though, so. But this in its own ways, this is just fun. This whole area just feels fun. Whew. This is a lot of climbing though. Tiny little mountain. There we go. Must have been a tiny little castle that was built up here then. How is the signal doing? Every now and then, when things, actually, you know what? Someone's like, look back. I should look back. Every now and then when I get up higher, the signal gets a little sketchy and it likes to buffer. We found out during the first live stream that if you take that opportunity just to hit the refresh button, it usually comes back nice and clean. I'm glad that the signal is holding. At this point, after 2 solid live streams, 300 minutes of HD streaming. Notice I didn't say full HD. It's not even 1K. It's like 3/4 of a K. I'm very interested to see what my cell phone statement's gonna look like this month. Huge reminder to self, just bring the Wi-Fi next time. Do not forget the iVideo ever again. Oh, look at this. You get up here and it's just like a treat of cherry blossoms. It's so dark on the camera, but it's not in real life. I feel like this is that spot, guys. I feel like this is that spot where I said, I just want to come up here and lay down under the cherry blossoms and drink some sake. This is it. This is where we started the live stream, guys. That is blocked off so you can't get a car in there. So I assumed I couldn't come in, but you can come in here. Oh, wow. It looks like people have even set up camp here once or twice. Jeez. I don't think Norm's gonna be camping on the castle ruins though. I'll probably find a more appropriate place to camp, just have a little more respect for the area than that. So, the sound of music. Do a sound of music. You mean one of those like these things? Like, ah. Okay, I'm dizzy. Don't want to fall over. Do a camp video. I did a whole camp video last year where we have something like 3 or 4. Just type camping in Japan. It should be one of the first videos that comes up. And it was an adventure. We almost died on the first day. Quite literally, the roads that we went on to seemed like they were going to give out. There were no guardrails. It was incredibly sketchy. So if you haven't seen it already, I highly recommend that you go check out the camping in Japan video that I've done. Genius Norm not only left his Wi-Fi at home, but also left his microphone at home. So I'm unable to make actual video content on this trip. This is a pure streaming trip through and through, all the way. Yeah, this is quite literally where we started our live stream. And Rainstorm Travel in there with a $10 super chat saying, thank you for taking us on this adventure. Honestly, thank you for being a part of the adventure. Thank you for joining it. Thank you for making it possible, to be honest. And I straight up promise that there are a ton more of these to come. Okay, if I'm being completely honest, I can't remember the last time that I've done 2 live streams on this channel in a single day. And I was slightly apprehensive. I didn't want to bother people with a whole bunch of notifications, you know what I mean? Like, people do have lives to live. Yes, you can ignore it, but, you know, it's like, well, we've already done 1 live stream, but then I went to the Discord and everyone was just like, nah, dude, we just do another live stream, do it. And so I decided to go with that, and here we are, enjoying this view. No way, Lake Suwa is on the Nakasendo? Yeah, and so if you guys remember my video about, okay, so there is a comment in here from Chevalier de Balibari. I hope I got that even close to right. I did a video on Japan's post towns, which are some of the most gorgeous towns that you can walk through, and they're along the Nakasendo Trail. These are things like, if you have a notepad near you right now, I highly recommend you write down Nakasendo, Nakasendo, Nakasendo Trail, and post towns. Actually, Mod Squad, Tim, if you're still around, if you could just drop that into the comments so that people can just copy and paste it and look it up on Google. I cannot recommend it enough. I did a video. If you guys want to peek into what it looks like, I did a video on 2 post towns, Tsumago-juku, and did I do Magome or did I do a different one? Anyway, definitely go check those out. Thank you, Tim, so much for dropping that in there. Definitely go check those out. They're absolutely beautiful. If you want to come to Japan for a sense of adventure and exploration, the post towns are most certainly the way to do it. I was hoping to do a little more of the Nakasendo trail, providing that we have signal enough. Who knows? Maybe I might even do like super lengthy live streams as we walk through the Nakasendo trail together. The trail is a super long trail that if you just Google it, you'll see where it cuts through. I wasn't even aware that it cut through Suwa, so I won't be able to accurately tell you every place that it goes through, but it was one of the very first places that I ever wanted to go to in Japan. When doing research for my first Japan trip back in 2005, it made the top of the list, but I never made it there simply because of the time commitment that it would take. And last time we went down this way, so this time we're gonna go down this way. Also, if you're new to the stream in the last little while, let's see if we can't push that like button enough times that we punch that 790 up to 800 or above. Look at that view though. I do not tire. Yeah, they actually have signs telling kids not to throw rocks over there. And Stephanie with the €5 saying there's no better camping adventure when you have snacks and drinks. And I have actually prepped and bought both. You know what? Let's go check this out. We are very quickly losing light. I'm gonna need to find a campsite and get set up. I don't think I'm gonna be pulling that off before dark. How's the temperature there? It is Apple Watch low battery. The temperature is claiming it's 14 degrees. I would say up here with the water and the wind coming off it, it's probably closer to between 10 and 12 degrees Celsius. It's not super cold. You're fine with a jacket. I'm glad I brought the jacket. Yeah, it actually would be really nice to get the likes to go over 1,000 twice in a single day during the stream. So if you have the power, if you haven't given that like button some love yet, and it is right there in front of you, I encourage you to give that like button some love. Let's see if we can't push it from 830 to 900 as fast as we can. Hit it twice if you can. Double click it, triple click it. You can actually just still hear the water off the dam there. Wow, we push it up to 865, 867. I really love gamifying numbers. I don't know what it is. Are you telling me there was an easier way up here to begin with? Is that what this is all about? Was there an easier path to get up here right from the beginning? What? Come on. And Yoshi, thank you for sharing the post towns link. Oh, come on. Leave it up to Norm to find the most difficult possible stairs that exist and take those. I don't want to take the easy way down. So, okay, we're going to run back this way. And we're going to try not to trip on the stairs, but we'll probably fall and break our head. That's my song. It's going to go platinum. It's a real thing that's happening. I'm curious to what happened here that bent this and made them have to put the Kiken tape all around it. Take the long way home. That song is now forever going to be stuck in my head. And Kai, aloha and hello. 891, can Can 9 people push that over to 900 likes, please? I would just love, this is just me staring at numbers on a screen, turning it into a video game. There we go. 2 people thought they'd be funny, but other people got you. Other people got you back. 904. B-E-A-U. Wow, swarm of bugs. I don't even know if you can see. Now they all like dissipate. There's a lot of them. Woo! Good old super tramp. Here we are. This like chill backstreet enjoyment walk, I enjoy this for the enjoyment of enjoying. It's an enjoyable thing that I enjoy. However, this morning's live stream, if you have still not seen it, just took such a turn in the middle that I cannot recommend you enough to go and watch it. We had so much fun. And then I went back and flew the drone there. I went through 9 drone batteries. And I probably got 2 minutes of footage max. And Arimas Nejus, I hope I didn't butcher your name, says, Norm, I love your videos and live streams, especially the ones where you explore late at night or early in the morning, waiting for more of them. I can't wait to do more of them too. I, quite frankly, love the early morning and late night streams because it just feels like the place is ours. That's another reason why I like coming out to the countryside as well, because again, when we get out to the countryside, there's not that many people around. It kind of feels like the place is ours to explore. We're not bumping into people. We're not bothering anyone. No one, I don't have to feel bad. I don't have to worry like, oh, is that person going to be bothered that I have the camera or anything like that? We can just walk and explore freely. It's a thing that I have always loved about the Japanese countryside. And if you've been in since the beginning of this stream, you will know that every single person I have greeted has greeted back with a huge smile on their face. And I absolutely love that about the smaller towns. Oh. I love this. It says, Norm, you should ban the 4 people who dislike the stream. No way. They're adding engagement to the video. They think they're doing something negative, but they're letting Google and YouTube know that they watched the video and they've interacted with it. And if, you know, there it is. There's engagement on the video. They have engaged, leaving chats, upvotes, downvotes. You leave it. I'll take it. I'm loving it. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of it. Thank you for being so emotionally moved in either direction that you would either do this or this. I don't care which. I'm just happy to have you here. Thank you so much. We are at 929 right now. I'd love to see that cross over to 950. And Patricia, hey Patricia, how's it going? I hope your day is doing good. Let me read your super chat here. Says, for some nice dinner, thank you very much. Thank you for the live streams. I fall to sleep with the first one and woke up to this one. What a great day. Well, what if it was just one giant live stream all day? 938, come on, we can push that up just, what, 12 more, 950, just push up to 950. Hi from Italy. Oh, I miss Italy. Back in 2018, I was going to Italy once every couple months for work with the shamisen girls, Kiki, and other shamisen players. And the first time I ever went to Italy, I ended up with a terrible, terrible cold upon arrival there. And it was not a great situation. But by my last visit, I had gotten so used to it and fallen in love with it. I'd gotten all the little phrases down that you need to go in and order yourself some coffee. And I learned all the little tricks, like you only order the espresso in the morning and then coffee in the afternoon and everything. Yeah, I miss it. I really miss it. So Daniel Keenan says, hey Norm, thanks for the live streams. They have been great. What is planned for dinner? I'm having leftover pizza. Okay, so the dinner plan as we walk down this sketchy little steep road here that is steeper than it looks is going to be to swing by a local supermarket, grab myself most likely a slab of beef. If I can, maybe a slightly nice one, a roll of tinfoil, and some vegetables. And then I'm gonna find myself a campsite. I have brought a fire pit, like campfire thing with me, and a grill to cook everything on. So I'm going to grab some meat, set up camp for the night somewhere in the mountains around here, and cook myself some meat and some vegetables as I kick back and relax in front of the fire, safely put it out with a 2-liter bottle of water before going to sleep, and then head back to Tokyo somewhere around 5 a.m. We're at 9:57. We are getting so close to 1,000 likes. If you haven't given that like button some love yet, honestly, at this point, it's just a game for me. I'm literally just, there's like a remote, and I'm just going, just having a great time with it. So I think this is, this is the road that we went up at the very beginning of the, this is steeper than the stairs that I was just on, and I hate that the camera doesn't show it. The camera doesn't show how incredibly steep this is, but this is steeper than those stairs that we just went up a minute ago. Whoa, and I almost tripped. And for those who like seeing the manhole covers, this one is some form of flowerage. And yes, it is incredibly steep. How about you also treat yourself after that massive day of stairs and climb and crack into a couple of cold ones. As soon as I get back into Tokyo, I might crack into a cold one or two, especially camping out in the mountains alone at night. So one of the things that I did to prepare for these streams, because I plan on going into the mountains a lot more, is I got myself this thing called a Garmin InReach. It's like a little SOS locator beacon GPS kind of thing. That way, if I get stuck, they can send rescue and everything like that, worst case scenario. But I don't want to, we're not in bear season yet, but I definitely, when solo camping, want to keep my wits about me so that I can remain as safe as physically possible. So I try when solo camping to avoid bringing myself to a inebriated state, just in case I need to pack up, get out of there, and drive. I want to stay in the best condition possible. Yoshi's pointing out that we are 14 likes away from that 976 rolling over to 1K likes in a single stream. Let's go for it. If you have not given that like button some love yet, let's gamify this. Spike those likes. Let's get there. Ah, having way too much fun today. So, all likes and all of that aside, this has probably been the biggest day of streaming. I don't know how long you've been with the channel, but this has probably been the biggest day of streaming we've done on the channel since I went to visit Charlotte in Korea. And I talked a little bit about the beginning of, did we hit 1K? Thank you for 1K. I talked a little bit at the beginning of the stream about how I want to make this a more regular thing. I think I mentioned it a few times in the middle. I'd love to hear in the comments section from you guys, is this like multiple streams in a day as we travel across Japan? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you like to be a part of something like that? I think I can guess the answer, but I'd like to read it in the comments as we walk through. 12 out of 10. All right. Okay, well, it seems like that's Tim has given a very detailed answer, 15.78 out of 10. I think that's our new official number, 15.78 out of 10. Tim, when I make you your custom thank you shirt, I'm gonna put 15.78. DM me with that over on the Discord. Mika Mika, 1K bonus. Thank you so much. I am quite literally losing my voice. And so with me losing my voice and us losing our light, I'm gonna quietly walk to the end of this street and we're gonna enjoy the final moments of today's stream. Thank you guys so much. At the beginning of the stream, I said I wasn't gonna leave this one up, but I think we've created some great memories here. We've gone down some cool paths and found some great adventure. I wanna leave this up so you can look back as a point of reference. So I will leave this one up for you, no worries at all. I hope the rest of your day is beautiful no matter where you are. Thank you all so much for joining. A huge thanks to Tim and the rest of the moderators for all of their help today and to everyone who was a part of this. You guys know I love you, and I will talk to you again real soon.